Good morning, world. You're now tuning in to Breakfast with Bros. This is Joel.
And this is G.
And you know, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Let's go.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Breakfast with Bros. I'm Gene.
And I'm Joel.
And we're back.
Yes, we are.
Again.
From hiatus.
From a hiatus. Yes. We actually, you know what? To be real, child, we actually recorded an episode last week.
We did.
But didn't drop it.
Nope.
It didn't feel right to me.
Nah.
It was just like, we've been away for a while.
Yeah.
And we're like, yo, we need to record. And in that recording, it's like we were kind of telling you the reasons why we didn't record. We had a few things that we wanted to talk about, but it wasn't us, and we got to make sure we stay with that authenticity.
Yeah, most definitely. And plus, we got bigger fish to fry.
So, one of the reasons why we wasn't back is because life happens.
Yeah.
And my brother here was in the hospital.
Yes, I was. I was admitted, y'all.
Had the Forrest Whitaker version 1. 1.0. But all jokes aside, it was bad. So we're grateful that he's 100% today.
Truth, you and I both.
As y'all can see, I'm actually going brandless today, and I decided to go brandless because I want you guys to focus on this Ebenezer gear that we have.
Yes. You know, so since we last spoke, we actually got to release a brand new clothing line.
Yes.
It's called Discipline.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So that we're trying to teach you, some things with that because what we focusing on this year is just getting everybody to realize that we can and we will.
Right.
We can accomplish all things, through Christ who give us strength. If you have a dream, whatever your vision is, whatever the goal is, instead of complaining about it, let's just get it done.
And I'll say it the brutal way because that's like my part in the podcast, just to be like brutally honest sometimes.
Bad cop, good cop.
I hate to say it, but most of the times, whatever you're going through is your fault. and the reason why I say that is because yes, things can happen to you, right?
Yes.
But like they always say, right? 10% what happens to you, and 90%
how you deal with it.
So whose fault is it?
It's on you. You know, it's funny that
but I say that with love.
With love. It's funny that you said that because you know me, as anytime something happens, my mind, the first thing that happens, my mind try to connect a scripture to it, right? And I remember I got a chance to be last week at Faith Outreach Ministry. Shout out to Pastor Cannon who invited me to come speak with them. So I was speaking on the blind man Bartimaeus. Okay. And one of the things that I said was, it's not his fault that he was born blind, but it would be his fault if he's died blind. Because what happened is, I may be blind, but I'm not deaf.
Multiple meanings, man.
I may be blind, but I'm not mute. He never saw Jesus, but he heard about Jesus. And because he heard about Jesus, as Jesus was passing by, what's all this commotion? Oh, it's that Jesus of Nazareth passing by. Right. My man started yelling because he realized, I may be in this position, it's not my fault, right? But it's going to be my fault.
But how I handle it,
that's on me.
Exactly.
That's on me.
Because a lot of people have physical sight, but they still are blind.
Yeah, they still blind.
But we're not going to go there.
That's a whole other episode.
We're not going to go there, man. Yeah, man. But so to go back real quick to the Forrest Whitaker version 1. Remember your brother James was saying you might have, what was it called again? Cellulitis?
Well, what I ended up having is exactly what he said. Right. I had orbital cellulitis, which was on the inside. So I basically had an infection on the inside and back of my eye. Yeah. And almost lost my eye, guys. And it could have traveled to my brain. I would have lost my life.
We in Sunday service. Yes. And my man wearing the Ray Charles version 5.
Ray Charles. I got a
version for everything. The Ray Charles version 5.
5.0.
I'm like,
that was me.
He took the glasses off. I said, yo, where you going to the hospital, man? This guy, because he done moved up north, I'm going to the specialist tomorrow. Yeah. I said, the specialist? I said, you need to go to the hospital, man. Emergency room. You need to be seen right now.
ASAP. The funny thing is, everybody at the church thought I was just trying to be cool that day.
Nah,
They
didn't know.
They didn't know. That's why
you know what's so crazy? That shows how many of them don't even look at your stuff on social media.
Exactly.
I hope they don't get mad at me for pointing that out. Exactly. But I mean, you only posted about the eye every day.
Exactly. They thought I was being cool with the glasses on.
Sunday they think you being cool. Nah, man, I don't want y'all to think somebody lump me up.
Exactly. My sister Clyde was like, tell us the truth, yo. Like, Keisha,
yo, I went to Keisha, yo. I would have to go. Sis, don't be mad, but I had to go up to the pulpit to tell you something. And before I stopped at her and I said, when you gonna tell everybody the truth? I said, I know he was getting on your nerves, and you just turned over real quick in the middle of the night.
Man, it's like yo, I got the Harriet Tubman out.
Yo, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
Bro.
Yo, but they did some great things.
Yes.
So you're in good company if you had that.
Yes. Definitely.
Oh my goodness, man. Definitely. So you know what? We was like, yo, this week was busy.
Yeah.
But we was like, yo, we need to record.
True.
Because now I really want to get right into it, man. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about the Rona, as they calling it.
Yes.
No, the coronavirus, COVID-19 is the ID that they're giving it. Of course.
I don't know where in the world.
Like I said, I got Corona version, maybe ID number 19, maybe. I don't know. I don't know names, viruses. Maybe the CDC or the HOW.
I would love to know the process though, how they go about choosing. It's kind of like when a hurricane comes, Hurricane George, Hurricane this, like how do you?
But the worst hurricanes are always a female name. I was just saying, Hurricane George, he came through and left. Hurricane Sandy was like, I'm tearing up all your stuff.
And Hurricane Katrina?
See, look. Ladies, we love y'all, of course. Of course, we love y'all. It's all love. Just jokes. But it's true. Jokes.
You need help.
But man, let's talk about, and you know what? I want to dive into this. As always, my social media been on fire because I'm of the mindset now. I've always been this way, but I've been so PC with some of the things I've been saying, where now I'm of the mindset of, you know what? I'm an adult male.
Facts.
I'm an adult black male. I'm an adult black male who practices Christianity.
Yes, sir.
Meaning not the religion, but I want to be Christ-like because Christ is the Son of God. So I want to get closer to God, build that relationship. I had to break it down for them because people think I'm following a religion. No. I'm not following a religion. I'm following
the Almighty.
The Almighty to build that relationship.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say it is because, look, man, the coronavirus is real.
Yeah.
Not denying that.
No.
Never deny it, right?
No, not at all.
And I want to talk to everybody. The panic, the hysteria is not going to do anything but rush us to getting killed.
Yeah. And the worst thing that we can do is panic, man. Like this is something that we have to understand. That, again, going back to what you said earlier, life is 10% about what's happening. But 90% on how we react to it. So I know many times we're rushing, oh my God, this, and that. No. I said something last night doing Bible study. I'm going to repeat it again today. If you stay ready,
you ain't got to get ready.
You ain't got to
I was watching. Ready. I was there, but I wasn't there.
Yeah, listen, if you stay ready.
It felt like Sunday service, bro, man.
If you stay ready, because my thing is, bro, it's like everybody now, we can't find no Lysol, right?
You know what? I'll be nice. I'll give people the understanding about the Lysol. But what was y'all dirty booty people doing before? There ain't no tissue. Yo, man, it's me and my wife. We got 2 bathrooms. People come over sometimes. I need tissue to be in both bathrooms.
Yes, same here. I got 3 bathrooms in my house. So I gotta
go hope that the dollar store got this cheap tissue.
Yeah, you can't deal with the dollar store.
Golly, man, what was y'all doing before?
I need some
This is why I use baby wipes sometimes. Yo, look at this. And I don't know if you saw on Instagram, I went. Yeah. All right, if y'all believe this thing is serious, which I do believe is serious, right? Why is there still so much water in the store, man? Y'all buying soda? Bro, like all the toilet tissue was gone, but there's a whole bunch of water. And to give y'all some facts, right? I'm not a doctor. We're not doctors. I'm giving y'all facts based off information that they gave us. Not the media storm, but actual information, okay? one of the directions was to drink room temperature water, which most of the time that's like a general basic thing. If you're sick, you flush out with water, but room temperature water because cold allow it to hibernate.
Of course.
So with that being said, what was y'all reading that y'all didn't buy any water?
I don't know. And another thing too, right? A virus, right? There's not an antibiotic or something you can do that as soon as you take it, it kills it.
Right.
What happens is they have to boost up your immune system.
Yes.
So there are things that you and I could be doing right now that we should be practicing on our daily life anyway.
Look, man, when the first set of instructions was to wash your hands, use antibacterial.
Breaking news.
And
wash your hands.
And cover your mouth when you sneeze. I was like,
yeah, right.
Who are they talking to?
And remember, guys.
Elementary kids?
No, right? This is what we're doing, right? Right here. We don't do this because y'all out here doing this. And then
touching doorknobs
and everything.
No, man. And it's like all this has shown me this. I guess we'll call it an outbreak. All this outbreak has this outbreak has shown me a few things. It showed me how many people are actually dirty. And I'm not sorry about saying that. It showed me how many people are actually dirty.
Like I said.
No, I'm being real. I told you, this one I'm not being nice. I'm not holding back.
What the light does, it always reveals who you really are.
Like the gym got to put up an extra sign to wipe down the benches. And you know what's so funny? I went to the gym the other day and I was wiping it down and I felt weird because I looked and I said, wow. Everybody's actually wiping down now. But it's something I do, right?
That don't happen.
It's something I do all the time because, if I sweat, I don't, it's just courtesy, man. I was telling people before, when you talk about humanity and being humane, a part of that is looking out for other people when you can. Exactly. And it's just a basic thing to really wipe down the bench.
So this week, really what we're practicing is common sense.
But common sense is not common.
Well, this week it became, I guess, the common thing to do, right? So those are things that we should always be doing. But honestly, my main focus right now, and as I was woke up this morning, I had a great conversation with a couple of family of mine who was in Italy, and they was giving me like what's really going on. See, a lot of people don't know. Italy's actually the whole country is under quarantine. The whole country. It's to the point where the person I was talking to said that her and her husband had to separate. They're not allowed to kiss. They're not allowed to this, to the point where they can't even be in the same environment together, and they can only leave to go to the groceries or the pharmacy. That's the only two.
Can I say something about that?
Yeah.
And that's a real thing. And the reason why I've been really preaching to everyone to stay calm is because honestly, your true colors come out in things like this, right? Yeah. And what people have shown me online, because a lot of times people online, they're being real. What they show me online is that if it gets worse, because it will get worse, maybe not the coronavirus, but things will get worse.
Life.
How they're gonna respond. That's why people think these shows like, all right, Walking Dead, maybe not zombies, but people think these shows like Walking Dead or a movie like Day of the Living or this apocalypse stuff is false. No, it's real. Because when people put under pressure,
the real person show up.
It doesn't always make diamonds. It doesn't always make diamonds. And you know what? It's okay. It's okay to be scared. I'm not telling you not to be scared. I respect that. But while you're being scared, be as practical as you can.
Exactly. And another thing, what this did though, it should really reveal to you and I and every single one of us, especially those of you watching right now, am I really prepared? Because bro, this is what's gonna happen, right?
Now that's such a broad question.
If you're not able, let's say you're not able to go, if your job shut down for a whole month, and you're not getting paid, right? Because they're quarantining everything except these bills. I just can't wait for somebody to come out and say, forget about your mortgage payments and all of that.
That's not happening. They deny sick leave.
Exactly. So, but guess what though? If you're not getting a check, if something's not coming in for a whole month, what's going to happen with these bills? Like you have to ask yourself a question, man, I know I look fly.
Right. I
got these Jordans on. Now, not to say, I'm not attacking what you buy and but my thing is, what is the plan that you have for you and your family in case of an emergency, especially if you got kids? Like what these, checking accounts and these saving accounts look like? Like, are we being wise with our resources that God has blessed us with and everything that we do? Because again, anything can happen. And it's not just this coronavirus. See, if for those of you who are believers, you should know this, and if you don't know this, I would love for you to read Matthew.
Keep going. I got an emergency. Keep going.
Okay, all right.
I'll be right back.
I would love to tell you to read Matthew. The dog's acting up. Matthew, okay, chapter 24, from verses 3 to 31. It's not just these plagues and these viruses that's coming, guys. Famine is coming. Like, what will you do when you hear there's a famine in the United States of America? This is something that sounds strange, right? Like, it's America, it's the U.S. We're one of the most powerful nations in the world. But if you read the scripture, there are things that's going to happen that are coming that's worse than this coronavirus. Okay. And if we haven't handled this with grace, what are we going to do, like he said, when things get even worse?
So then that's what I don't have anything to take away or add to that. What I want to do is I want to talk to my Christian family.
Facts. Please.
Yeah, look, please. I don't want to see y'all online panicking. We are supposed to be the light of the world. Okay? Yes. Now, if you're out there panicking and you believe in God, the supreme being, the ruler of all things,
the creator of all,
what is everybody gonna think?
That you got a nightlight with some color lighting on.
And that's it.
You know, we out here with these night lights, man, and he says, listen, let your light shine before man. This is the moment. That's why I love the scripture, 2 Chronicles 7:14. We all know this. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and seek my face and pray and turn away from their wicked ways, then I will hear from them and I will forgive their sins and heal their land. Like, we got to turn our face back to God. You know what I'm saying? This is not time for you and I to panic, to be fighting with each other over social media. This is the time for the church to come in. We got churches canceling services.
And on that note, we got to take a quick commercial break.
We'll be back after these messages.
A few moments later.
All right, guys, we're back after that commercial break. So my brother was going in to talk about 2 Chronicles 7 and 14.
And 14.
What does that one say again?
So basically, it's reminding us that God is telling Solomon, right? Solomon just finished dedicated the temple. And then he says, you know what? I want to receive the sacrifices here. But if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and seek my face, the thing about it is there's some offering, there's certain things that we're giving to God. He ain't accepting it. Right. Why? Because we're still doing wicked things. Yep. And we're not, we haven't asked for forgiveness. We haven't turned our faith back to him. We're not praying. Like, we're talking so much on social media. I just wish we spent a lot of that energy and time.
That action in real life. So, my thing is, man, it's like I told you, bro, and I've been saying this for the longest. We, as a people, and I mean Christian folk, again, I'm talking to all of y'all, right? I got to talk to my believers real quick. Yeah. I don't understand why we're so bashful. Like, anybody could say anything they want online, right? People support transsexuals. They support what's up? Transgender,
homosexuality,
anything LGBT, and that's cool. That's cool. That's your thing. That's what you do. Yeah. But if I say I don't believe in that, and I want to raise my family a different way, it's a problem. And you know what? I'm not okay with you fighting with me over that, because it's my life, it's my house, and it's for me and my house. This is what we're gonna do.
But for most people, respect is only one way. They live on a one-way street. You understand? Right. But to be honest with you, as for me though, I ain't got time for any of that, because my thing is this, man. Everybody's like, we on Corona, we on what's going on in the world, and this and that, right? But you know what I'm doing? I'm in that Matthew chapter 24.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm saying to myself,
starting at verse 4.
Starting
at verse 4.
And I'm like, okay, while y'all argue, like, whatever, Father, Lord, I ask you for forgiveness, like, get myself ready, because y'all looking at Corona, I'm hearing trumpet sound. That's what I'm hearing. Somebody sounded your alarm.
That's the thing. I'm telling people.
Well, the National Guard is in New Rochelle.
I'm telling people, I'm like, look, the reason why people, I care. Like, I made that video the other day saying I care, because I don't want anybody to think because the way I post that I'm being arrogant about something that's real. No, what I have is a reassurance through my Father, Jesus Christ.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I have reassurance that my family is covered. And like I said, if something was to happen, let's say, God forbid, if I get the virus, I'm believing that it's going to be used for the will of God.
Exactly.
It's going to be a testimony.
And you might be asking, well, Gene, you're saying all of this. So what are we supposed to do? You know what we're supposed to do? What the Bible, and I'm talking to our believers, right? Our brothers and our sisters here. What you're supposed to do is exactly what Moses told the people to do. That last plague, you guys remember the last plague, right? What do you need them to do? Put the blood.
Cover, man. Cover.
Put the blood over the doorpost and cover the home.
Let me translate the 2020 for y'all. Y'all got the consecrated oil. Okay?
Yes.
We're not telling you to go slaughter no land.
No, that's not what we're telling you.
We're not telling you to do that. We don't want Peter.
Because in 2020, the Bible is teaching us that present thyself as a living
sacrifice and
acceptable. You understand? All right. So therefore,
y'all think I know how to complete the scripture.
So therefore, we got the power. The power is within us. Cover your family. Yeah. Like every husband out there, it is your job to cover your wife, to cover your children.
I'm glad you said that. I told my wife, she came in the house the other day, she was tired.
Yeah.
I had just got out the shower. I said, baby, I owe you an apology. She said, what? I said, you know what? I realize you haven't been reading your Bible like you should. And I'm not shaming my wife. I'm telling the story. I'm not shaming my wife. I'm talking about how we communicate as husband and wife and being believers and striving to be better.
Exactly.
Don't try to say I'm shaming my wife. I'm not. I'm telling the story. But I apologized to her. I said, baby, I realize you haven't been reading your Bible like you say you was. And I said, you know what? I'm going to take blame for that. I said, because maybe you don't see me reading my Bible. I said, because you know what? I use the Bible. I use the Bible app. Yeah. So you might just see me reading my phone and think I'm on Instagram or Facebook. So I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make sure my Bible stays in this house. And when I go on my Bible app, I'm going to open my Bible with it. So you know I'm reading my Bible. Exactly. I said, I'll take blame for that. But now that I let you know, I'm not going to take blame for how you handle after that. Yeah. And I said, I know you say you want to read the Bible together. You haven't mentioned it. And we can start tonight, we can start tomorrow. But the thing is, this is not anything new with her. Yeah. So when she sleeps, because she goes to sleep early, I pray over the family. Yeah. I put hands on her and my son.
That's it. Because you got to keep your house covered.
And she said, oh, really? But baby, why do you think you wake up feeling so good when you're tired? Why do you think we've been having better days?
That's it.
Like, y'all might say, oh, he talking about prayer. Yeah, I'm talking about prayer because I put action behind it.
Bro, prayer is the biggest weapon that a Christian have, man. And if we understand the power that's within prayer, bro, the way you can control the atmosphere, the way you can move things around. Bro, when I was in the hospital, every time somebody came to me,
my man had on clothes like he was going to go party.
Bro, they were looking for the patient. And every time they said, who's the patient? And I had to go like this. Then when they saw the IV, they was like, wait a minute. Because I refused to put in a gown. I refused to act like I was sick. Because you know what? Again, life is 10% what happens to us, right? And 90% is how we do it. Because what happens is when bad times come, the devil is looking for it to point out, where's your God now?
See? And it's funny, you're talking about controlling the environment, right?
Yes.
Like internally and mentally, right? And you could tell who's praying and who's not praying. Because you should... It's okay. I'm not saying if you're Christian, not be scared. You're human. I understand you're going to be scared. No. But what I'm saying, if you get caught up in a panic or frenzy, you got to self-evaluate. Yes. Because like I said again, if we believe in the creator and ruler of all things, what are we panicking for? Yeah. And to your point, what you said in Bible class, for those that didn't get to see, right? I know some people like, yo, y'all talking about God. I ain't never seen him. I ain't never felt him. I'm going to use your exact quote. I'd rather believe in God and he not be real than not believe and he come back.
And find out.
And I'm like, what's that movie with Seth Rogen and James Franco, the End of the World movie?
Oh, I know.
And they took, see, y'all think it's a game. They took stuff out the Bible and put it in that movie.
Yes, they did.
And it was the end of the day.
For your entertainment.
For your entertainment.
And you think that there's a lot of
read Revelation. They took Revelation and put it in that movie. Yes. And it was a good movie. And I wasn't scared because I've been reading that since I was a kid.
You know the thing about it is, it's like the kid who shows up for the math test and never studied, compared to the kid that know that they study. There's a way. It's not that there's not a test. We both acknowledge there's a test.
Yep.
But you're panicking. Yep. I'm straight.
10th grade, global regions, right?
Oh, Lord.
The day before, we go to somebody's house. Everybody's studying. Oh my God! Yeah. I'm like, hey man, can you open up your computer for me? Back then, the internet wasn't really that popular. I ain't trying to tell y'all my age, but it wasn't really that popular. So I was playing Solitaire, right? I'm playing Solitaire. They're all like, you're not going to study? I said, no, I've been paying attention to all this stuff.
Exactly.
Guess who got the highest grade?
You did.
Exactly, because I've been prepared.
Yes.
So when I'm talking about,
you're trying to cram everything in one night, in one day.
Prepared.
No.
So when this happens and when other things happen, I'm like, I read this. My parents told me about this.
Exactly. Those are the signs.
I've heard this teaching.
Yes.
I've gained the understanding for myself. Now I have a family.
Yes.
I can't panic.
No.
Because my wife is a baby in Christ. She gonna look at me. I said, baby.
If you panicking, what do you think she gonna do?
Real conversations again, baby. Are you scared? Me, straight face.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, half and half. I said, okay, well, tell me why. And she said, because we have Carter. And I said, you know what? I understand that.
Yeah,
but are you scared?
Yeah.
And she's like, no, I'm all right. And I said, then we're going to be all right.
Yeah.
And I said, I need to make sure that when things get worse, because they are, that you're not going to panic, you're going to pray.
Yeah.
And then we're going to follow the instruction of the Lord. And you know what? I don't care, man. Some of y'all, look, if you still watching, y'all getting some good stuff. Some people might have turned off because we talking about God, and that's okay.
Yeah.
We looking for those that's looking for us.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying?
Listen, at the end of the day, we're going to put the truth out there. We're going to plant the seed, and God's going to do what God, let me tell you something. You may not think you need God right now. You may not think you need God tomorrow, but there's a time coming. Maybe it's this coronavirus that's going to open up your eyes. Maybe it's the famine that's coming. Maybe it's the war that was, who knows? Whatever it is.
Speaking of the famine, right? Let me just paint the picture for y'all, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have a virus going on, which is I believe it's a flu-like virus with some strains of HIV in it. They said.
Really?
I gotta, bro. That's what I heard. I gotta double check because I don't know how accurate that is. So don't say I'm not putting out false information.
Don't quote us.
I'm saying that's what I heard. I'm not sure if that is true.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But think about this. We got that, and go to the grocery stores, right? Think about how people don't care about other people. No meats. Who buying up all the meats? No meats. No toilet paper. The lights is off in certain aisles because there's not product. So when that famine comes, because it comes, my people of God, and my people that's trying to learn Christ and want to get to learn Christ, this is a test. This is a test run.
Yes, it is.
If you are panicking through this, I am praying for you even harder because this is nothing.
No.
And I'm not saying it's nothing as far as it's not real. Yes, we gotta care about people. People are dying. Yes. But compared to what is coming, this is nothing. Nope. And the reason why we got families, we got people that's not in Christ, we got all this stuff. But the reason why we can sit here and talk about this passionately but so calm without offending because we know what it is. And I feel comfortable in that.
And
I could say that. I couldn't say that years ago, but I can say that now. I feel comfortable.
It's a great thing that you said that because the way I ended the Bible class last night, I was like, life is an open book test that we keep failing. You understand? Like, how do you fail an open book test when the answers is right there? But another thing too, and I'm going to be working on the series. Maybe I'll release it before the end of the year. But it's called, I'm taking us back to history class. Because many times we got problem in our culture, we got problem in life because we don't know our history. So what's the history I'm trying to teach you? Flip back the Bible. It took 66 books for God and Jesus and the Father, the Holy Ghost. He's trying to tell us one thing and one thing only. And it's like, it's taking us years. And many times it's when you get to a certain age that your eyes are finally open. The whole Bible is written for us. Yes, it's through salvation through Jesus Christ, but he's trying to tell you something that we're not paying attention to. At the end of it all, we win. Do you understand? I'm stressing and you stressing over life that at the end of it, you're going to win. So why, if I know I'm going to win, why am I going to let the bad days, this bad season make me feel like a loser? You understand? That's like, the champ is here.
If you're on the right side of things. And you know what? Some people might be watching this. And of course, we're not into offending anybody. You might not be Christian. You might be Muslim. You might be Jewish, or whatever else. And you might say, well, what makes yours right? And I'm going to respectfully say, because that's what I believe in.
Yes.
And I respect what you believe in.
Yes.
And you follow that, and I will follow this.
Yes.
And at the end, because we all have an end date,
yes, we do.
We will see. And I'm okay with that.
Yes, exactly.
I'm okay with that.
My thing is,
I'd rather be wrong and believe.
I'd rather be wrong and believe in God than, oh my Lord.
I'd rather, because let's say the Bible is real, right? I got to speak to my people. Let's say the Bible is real. Let's say these things are happening are from the parables that we receive and the stories to help guide
end
us.
of times.
Hey, I'm gonna follow that, and I'd rather follow the life lessons in that and live on what I believe to be right, and not criticize you. No. I don't care what you do, what you believe in. I care. Let me rephrase. I care, but I don't care to criticize you. I'm more in bigging up what we're doing and encouraging people that's trying to find. Free will. Yeah, but let me tell you something about that. People don't realize. They think, see, going back to Corona, right? Mm-hmm. People think so social distancing, right? What I'm telling y'all is that is just the start of when martial law is enforced. And remember, they did the gatherings of not more than 500 people. And like you said, in certain churches, there will be a time where you're not allowed to practice the religion you believe in. If you don't believe me, just look at what they do to Islam or to Muslims right now. Yeah. Look how...
There was one in Korea, in India.
But look how they're shunned upon. They praying, they must be a terrorist. Yeah. See how the label they put on them, terrorists? Yes. So when that time comes for us, as for Christians...
Because it's coming.
Y'all think what they... I'm telling y'all, there's so many examples of things that are happening, have been happening, that are going to happen again 10 times worse.
Yes. So we're living in a time of grace, but that door is slowly but surely closing.
Get your toe in.
Listen,
get your toe in.
Get your whole body. It's like you at the pool, right? You trying to get the temperature, right? Bro, dive in, all right?
You know why I say that toe? Because at least the door can't close all the way, then you jump in.
Facts.
You better jump in.
But then you won't have a decision to make. Yes. But listen, guys, we love you guys. And we're praying for everybody, especially my prayers are going, because I used to be in the medical field for over, 16 years. And, my prayers right now is with anybody who is going through cancer right now. Yeah. Why am I saying this? Because their immune system.
Those over 60
the elderly and everything like that, because their immune system is very low. Mm-hmm. And right now, just a cough, you know what I'm saying, could take them to a place of no return. So, I'm praying for any, transplant, anybody that's ever had any transplant, because again, their immune system, see, with us, we're strong, we're healthy, you know what I'm saying, we're going to be good, but at the same token, we don't want to act like we don't have friends and family members and
don't be
friends
selfish.
And people that
don't
we
be
know.
Selfish.
Listen,
about you.
If you have the flu, if you feel sick, please stay home. And the reason why I'm saying that is you might be good, but you might cough around an environment that somebody else who has a very low immune system, and they catch something. It might not even be corona. It don't have to be corona. Corona's not the only thing taking people to the grave. Are you crazy?
I hate to tell y'all, but the flu has still killed more people this year.
You understand? Mm-hmm. So my thing is, let's think about the other people in our hearts and our prayers is with our families and friends over there, our supporters. In Italy, we have an extension of Ebenezer family over there in Cosenza, Milan, Rome, throughout the region, Valca Monica. So we're praying for you. We're praying for our friends in China. We're praying for the world. We're just, making this call to action. Let's put the phones down for a second. Let's join, each other and pray. Let's lift each other's families up. Let's care about our neighbor. Please check on our elderly. If you got some neighbors, they're over 60 years old, check on them. You know what I'm saying? Because they might have tried to go to Walmart and found that they ain't got nothing in the house. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might be good with your family, but it's your neighbor over here.
Like, we all, Lord willing, all of us still got grandparents that we got to look after, or some older parents. And like you said, do not be selfish with your thoughts, all right? Even, I'm going to give you another one. There's somebody that has a family of 3 or 4, and, the schools are closed. Yeah. I'm not telling you to give them money, but maybe see if you got a little bit of extra groceries. Maybe you got some water. Yeah. And, guys, just be humane. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And we're Christians, and Christ is love. So we're just telling you to love on somebody. And if you can, we love y'all even more for that.
Most definitely, man. We're gonna keep, continue praying, and we're also gonna continue monitoring everything because, as the pastor of the Ebenezer Church of God, whatever our ministry can do to be a resource for the community, we will do so. So whether it's gathering some canned food, whether it's gathering some groceries, and to have it for when time does get worse, that we can be that place that people can come in and get what they need, we're definitely going to do that.
Right. Well, look, y'all. This is probably the realest episode, and I just say that the next couple of ones is gonna be the same. We're gonna have some more to talk about. We're pretty sure.
Yeah.
And we're back. We'll be back next week.
Yes.
As well. All right.
Yes,
My brother's feeling better.
Yeah.
God is on our side.
Yeah.
And we have this podcast for a purpose.
Yeah.
We're only a few episodes in, but we know it's for a purpose.
Yep.
And we love y'all.
We love y'all, man.
Catch y'all later. Breakfast for Bros.
Keep God first, y'all. Love y'all.